Welcome fellow vintage Ray-Ban lovers out there, hope you're well and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to try and enlighten you in how to tell whether your Bush & Loom Ray-Ban Clubmasters are fake or 100% genuine. So in front of you is a selection of Clubmasters. Let me just give you a little brief history on Clubmasters. They are actually taken from the Browline design, which was quite popular in the United States back in the 50s and 60s. And basically because of the thick rim on the top of the frame, it used to draw attention to the wearer's brow, hence the name Browline. And the actual Ray-Bans themselves, the Clubmasters, didn't actually come onto the market until sort of mid 1980s, I do believe around about 1986-87. The Clubmaster is Ray-Ban's third most popular design after the Aviator and the Wayfarer, but for me they are my favourite shape. I'm only going to discuss the sunglasses that you see in front of you because there are the Clubmaster ovals and the Clubmaster squares, but I'm only going to discuss the original design of the Clubmasters that first originally were introduced to the market by Ray-Ban in the 80s. So first off, I just want to show you the difference between a Browline frame, which is this one here, and obviously a Ray-Ban Clubmaster frame, which is this one here, that one, and the one at the top. Pretty much the only difference is sort of the brow lines are very squared. They're squared off, whereas the Clubmaster has been rounded off at the top. But in terms of the shape of the lenses, you know, the nose bridge as well, as you can see here and here, it's all pretty much similar and quite close to the original Browline design. So if we take this one away and move this one down like so, we can actually get into the nitty-gritty of what you really need to be looking out for when purchasing a pair of vintage Ray-Ban Clubmasters. So here you have a typical vintage Ray-Ban pair of Clubmasters, probably the most common colour that you can get on the market, which is ebony or black, whichever one you want to go by. But this is a typical Ray-Ban Clubmaster. As you can see, you have the frame at the top here, and here you have a nose bridge which is in the middle, and then the lens is then covered with a metal frame here. That is a typical shape for a pair of vintage Ray-Ban Clubmasters. So to begin with, if I show you the front studs, and typically on all Ray-Bans, for instance the Wayfarer or the Wayfarer 2, you get two front studs here and here. It's rounded at the top and then it's pointed on the sides, rounded at the top and pointed on the sides. What you'll find on fake versions is that the stud is actually too rounded, it's too oblongy, it doesn't have a point on either end, and yeah, so basically that is the first thing you need to look out for. Okay, so the second thing is the nose bridge here. By the shape of it, it is not straight, it is rounded, and when you actually look at it closely, you will notice that there is an engraving in the actual surface of the nose bridge. So as we turn them round, the next thing I want to show you is the actual studs on the temples. They basically follow the same pattern as the studs at the front of the frame. Once again, they're rounded at the top and rounded at the bottom, and then they have an arrow point on either side. Now if we open up the glasses and we can talk about the actual back of the nose bridge, here you will see that we have the nose bridge here, which is actually curved inwards, or outwards should I say. So basically when you wear the glasses, the nose bridge shouldn't be straight. It should actually curve outwards. And on the actual surface of the nose bridge, you have the inscription B&L Ray-Ban USA. That will always be there, no exceptions. If it's not there, it's not the real thing. So make sure when you're actually looking to purchase a pair of Clubmasters, it definitely has that inscription on the back of the nose bridge. If we continue in the same place of the nose bridge, the actual nose bridge is secured to the frame with a flat head screw, like so. It won't be star shaped, it won't be any other shape, but it will be a screw that can only take a flat head screwdriver. You will also notice, because of that, the actual nose bridge is a separate piece to the top of the frame rims. So if we come down from the nose bridge and have a look at the nose pads, with all Ray-Ban sunglasses, or sorry, should I say, with the majority of Ray-Ban sunglasses, the actual nose pad is secured by a swan neck, as you can see, like so. That will always be the case. It will always be that shape there. Now I have a few Clubmasters, as you noticed at the top of the video. With the nose pads, sometimes you get them with an inscription BL, sometimes you don't. So personally, I wouldn't go off that. If everything else looks good and the nose pad isn't inscribed with the letters BL, it doesn't really make an awful lot of difference in terms of whether or not it's a genuine pair of sunglasses, because the owner or the previous owner could have lost the nose pads and obviously just replaced them with a generic set of nose pads. When it comes to the nose area, the main thing you want to look out for is the shape of the nose neck, which, as again, is a swan neck shape, like so. So the next thing to look at is the hinge points, and here you will notice that it is secured by a 3-point hinge which is attached to the temple, and a 2-point hinge which is attached to the front of the frame. So something for you to look at: the temple will have the 3 points and the front of the frame will have the 2 points. It will be attached by a flathead screwdriver, a flathead screw. Also, it'll also be nicely secured with 2 studs on either side of the sunglasses, the temple and the front of the frame. Here you will notice this model is W0365. Sometimes you'll get the model on there, sometimes you won't. Whether or not because it's worn off due to wear. On the other side, on the other temple, you will get Bush and Lum Ray-Ban USA. The next thing is the shape of the end of the temple arms. Generally, they will be close or closer to a 90-degree bend than they will to a straight looking temple arm. So as you can see here, the actual temple arm is closer to 90 degrees rather than a straight looking temple arm. And then of course at the front of the glasses with the lenses, just make sure that you have the B&L inscription on the lens. You will find it here, and also you will find it on the other lens here. So like any other Ray-Ban pair of sunglasses, you won't find it up here or down here or coming into the lens. It will always be tight to the edge of the lens. The other thing that you will notice is that to be able to release the lenses from the frame, there is an actual screw here which you can loosen to loosen the frame and to take the lens out. This screw is you'll find the opposite number on the other side of the glasses, which is in there. And then last but not least, just for the lenses to be able to sit properly, the lens will actually be sitting in a nice gold overlay metal frame or rim, like so, which will obviously hug the shape of the lens. On some models that were built in the 90s, you may find an extra screw on the back of the glasses, so the screw here and a screw there, and you may also find that there is a code which is the model code at the base of the temple there. And this is actually impressed into the plastic, whereas the model here, as you can see, it is sort of like a sticker form in there. So there you have it, folks, all of the points on which to identify your vintage Ray-Ban Clubmasters. Please share, please comment, please subscribe, and hopefully you won't get stung in the future when looking for that perfect pair of vintage Ray-Ban sunglasses. Over and out. Peace.